Learn English through dialogue. Welcome to the English Dialogue Practice Series. Listen to natural conversations. Practice speaking for everyday fluency and IELTS speaking preparation. Now, let's talk about photos. I'd like to ask a few questions about your experience with photography and taking pictures. Do you like taking photos?
Yes, I really enjoy taking photos, especially when I travel or spend time with friends. It's a fun way to capture memories and look back on good moments. I'm not a professional or anything, but I like experimenting with different angles. These days, it's so easy with a smartphone. I just snap whatever looks interesting.
How often do you take photos?
I'd say I take photos almost every day. Sometimes it's just a quick shot of my lunch or a funny sign I see on the street. If I'm at an event or hanging out with friends, I usually take a lot. It's become a natural habit, especially since my phone is always with me.
What kind of photos do you like taking?
I mostly like taking pictures of landscapes when I travel and candid shots of people. I think natural smiles and scenery make for the best photos. I also enjoy capturing city scenes at night because they look so colorful. Occasionally, I'll try some artsy close-ups of things like flowers or coffee.
Do you prefer to take photos of people or scenery?
That's a tough question. If I had to choose, I'd say I slightly prefer photos of people because you capture emotions and memories. But beautiful scenery is hard to resist, especially on vacation. I usually try to get a good balance of both in my albums.
What do you do with the photos you take?
Most of the time, I just leave them on my phone or computer. I like sharing the best ones on social media, and sometimes I print a few for albums or as gifts. Looking through old photos brings back good memories, so I try not to delete too many.
Do you like being in photos yourself?
Honestly, not really. I often feel a bit awkward in front of the camera, but I'll pose if it's a group picture or a special occasion. I do like having photos to remember moments, though, so I make the effort when it counts.
When was the last time you took a photo?
I took a photo just yesterday. I was at a cafe with my friend, and the desserts looked amazing, so I snapped a quick picture before eating. It's already in our group chat.
Do you prefer to keep your photos digital or print them?
I usually keep my photos digital because it's convenient and they don't get lost or damaged. But for important occasions like family holidays or graduations, I sometimes print them to make an album. There's something special about flipping through physical photos.
What equipment do you use for photography?
Mostly, I just use my smartphone. The camera quality is pretty good and it's always with me, so I don't need anything fancy. Occasionally, I borrow my dad's digital camera if I want higher quality for a special event.
Have your photo habits changed over time?
Definitely. When I was younger, I didn't take many photos and used cheap film cameras. Now it's so quick and easy with smartphones, and I take way more pictures than before. I'm also more thoughtful about lighting and composition these days, even though I just do it for fun.
Let's discuss photographs in a bit more depth, including how photography affects our lives and society. Why do people take photos?
I think most people take photos to remember special moments and share experiences with others. Pictures help us relive events like holidays, birthdays, or even just a fun day out. These days, people also take photos to post online and keep friends updated about their lives. Overall, photos are a way to preserve memories and connect with others.
How has photography changed in recent years?
Photography has changed a lot, especially with smartphones and social media. Almost everyone has a camera in their pocket now, so people take more photos than ever before. It's also much easier to edit and share pictures instantly, whereas before, you had to wait for film to develop. I think people are more creative and experimental nowadays, trying out filters and new styles.
Do you think everyone can be a good photographer?
I think anyone can learn to take decent photos with practice and a bit of guidance. The basics are easy, but some people have a real eye for composition or capturing special moments. Of course, professional photography is much more challenging, but for everyday life, anyone can enjoy taking good pictures.
Are there advantages and disadvantages to taking lots of photos?
For sure. The main advantage is that you don't miss any memorable moments. You can look back anytime and share your experiences. But the downside is that sometimes people focus too much on taking pictures and forget to enjoy the moment itself. Also, having too many photos can make it hard to sort through and find the best ones.
Do photographs always show the truth?
Not always, in my opinion. Photos can be edited or taken from a certain angle to give a false impression. Social media is full of perfect-looking photos that don't reflect real life. But at the same time, photos can capture genuine emotions or events that words can't express. It really depends on how they're used.
How has social media influenced photography?
Social media has made photography much more popular and accessible. People now want to share their lives instantly, so they take more photos and care about how they look. Trends like selfies or food photos have become worldwide thanks to platforms like Instagram. It's also created new careers like influencers and content creators who rely on photos for their work.
What makes a photograph memorable or special, in your opinion?
I think a memorable photo captures real emotion or tells a story. It doesn't have to be technically perfect. Sometimes a blurry or spontaneous shot can say more than a posed one. The people, the expressions, or even the background details can make a picture special if it brings back a strong memory.
Should people ask permission before taking someone's photo?
Yes, I believe it's important to respect people's privacy and ask before snapping their picture, especially in public or with strangers. Not everyone feels comfortable being photographed, and it's polite to check first. Of course, in group events or tourist spots, it's more relaxed, but asking shows consideration.
How do photos affect tourism and travel?
Photos have a big impact on tourism, to be honest. Seeing amazing pictures online often inspires me to visit new places. Many people now travel to take beautiful photos or seek out Instagrammable spots. On the other hand, this can sometimes lead to overcrowding at certain locations, so there are both positive and negative effects.
Do you think photography is a form of art?
Absolutely. Great photography involves creativity, timing, and an understanding of light and composition, just like painting. Some photos make you feel something or think differently about a subject. So, while everyone can take photos, turning them into art takes real skill and a unique perspective.